Who would have thought? Who would have thought we'd be back? Episode of the Cheap Seats. Who would have thought? I would have thought, because I'm the reason for. Actually, that's not true. These guys are the reason for the season. These people that you see in front of me right here. If you are watching us right now on YouTube or otherwise, and if you're listening to us, you don't see our guests just yet. So let me break some stuff down before we get into introducing them. First things first, my name's Chase Brown. This is the Cheap Seats. We like to have fun here. That's all you really need to know. Also, it's Thursday. It's April 23rd, 2020. And I just want to welcome you guys to the show. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Anchor or Google Podcasts, any of that, thanks a lot. Leave us a nice review, 5 stars, some nice words. Like Abby Wellner suggested a couple of weeks ago, a poem. Leave us something cute. We'd love to see it. We'd love to interact with you. It would be good stuff. If you're watching us on the YouTube, you can see my guest here. And when my guests want what you do, they want you to give a thumbs up. They want you to subscribe. They want you to join the channel and have some fun with us. While I have some fun with them. You guys ready to have some fun today, friends?
For sure.
Yeah, woo!
Loving
fun.
Thank you. Loving the enthusiasm all across the board. So let me go ahead and introduce.
Woo, I guess.
That was really bad.
I guess. Like woo, whatever.
Who's joining me in the Cheap Seats today? Really glad to be sitting with this panel of people. I think it'll be a fun show. And if you scroll or if you stay here until the end and it's not, I apologize. Probably
It's not our fault. It's not
not
our fault.
Not my fault. I'll say that. Not my fault.
Oh,
so let me go ahead and introduce these young guns, I should say. Bella Spadafora. How you doing, Bella?
I'm doing really good, Chase. How about you?
It's good. I'm good. It's good to have you here. It's good to have you back on the show.
I'm back, baby. I'm really stoked.
Yeah, the people, all of our fans have been clamoring. They said, "We want Bella back. We want Bella back."
Dude, I've been getting DMs like, "When are you getting your own podcast? Like, when are you going to run the podcast?" Like, so I'm just really thrilled to give the people what they want.
When are you replacing Chase? When is that happening?
I'm not going to say that that's what they said, but I'm not also going to deny that either.
Okay, well, while Bella stews in her mischief back there, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our next guest, Jason Abel. What's going on, Jason?
Not too much. I'm very happy to be here too. We're running on like a month of quarantine.
Right, a little bit over. If you've been listening to the to the correct orders, a little bit over a month. Yeah, a little bit.
Ooh, I'm doing all right. I was doing better a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
But we're running strong, staying healthy.
I would say just to counter that, I'm feeling better now than I ever have.
In your entire life?
4+ years, yes. I'm feeling better now than I ever have. But that may be because of the man down here. I haven't been on a show with this guy since like December, I think.
It's been a while, honestly.
Maybe we did a couple of shows. I think our last public show was actually in October. We did a couple of shows after that we never released. Some because of technical difficulties, some because I'm stubborn. But Adam Koska's here, everybody.
Hey guys, glad to be here.
What's up, Adam?
What
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Holding in there. You know, it's quarantine's fun.
Quarantine's fun, but a little bit. I mean, it's a little bit different for you than it is for us. You have to admit, right?
Slightly, I guess. I don't know. Maybe.
Why? Tell us why. Tell the people why.
Apparently, I'm somehow an essential worker, I guess you can call it. I unfortunately, fortunately, I guess. I don't know. Either way you look at it, I work in a hospital. I'm a physician assistant in one of the hospitals down here in Virginia. Thankfully, we haven't been hit that hard by the current pandemic, but we're still, good times. Good times for everybody.
Good times. Right.
Well, I mean, all jokes aside, Adam, I think on behalf of myself and I'm sure these two sitting here, I'm sure they may have their own words, and the people watching. thanks, man. I just want to thank you for being active and kind of being out there. I know myself personally, I haven't done shit in the past 5-6 weeks, man. I've been chilling, bro. I've been watching a hell of a lot of movies and television. I've been doing these shows, but you've been out there, you've been in the shit, you've been on the front lines, man, and you've been kind of, you've been getting into it. You're not in a terribly like populous place to where things are super detrimental around your area, but you're still in the shits and you're still showing up every day and doing the swell thing. So I appreciate you and I love you for that, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys staying home. Thank you. I appreciate you guys staying home. So it makes my job easier.
I'm not going anywhere, man.
Where are we gonna go anyway?
Anywhere.
I don't know. Maybe you're gonna go protest. I don't know what you guys are into.
Oh. Wow, you think we're those people?
I don't know, Bella. I haven't seen you like 4 years. So.
Yeah, no, that's a very valid assumption. It's okay. No hate. It's all good.
In kind of light of that, Adam, I tasked our guests here with just for fun. Let's come up with our favorite fictional healthcare workers. So through movies, TV, literature, any of that nature, who have you guys seen that you either really admire or just really you take to that character in some regard? What healthcare worker fictional do you love?
Are you asking me?
Jason, do you want to, or anyone?
I'll start with Bella. You go ahead and go. You go first.
Oh, okay. Okay. Obviously, I couldn't choose anyone from Scrubs because I knew that those would all be taken. I don't watch Grey's Anatomy or like any of those medical shows, so I took to one of the most trying series in the entire world, and I chose Jack Shephard from Lost as my favorite. Because obviously he's like very irritating sometimes, and if you've seen the show, you would probably like relate to that a little bit. But
are you two Lost guys?
I never watched it.
Okay, nor have I.
I'm lost. I'm lost on Lost. So
okay, that's
Jason
fine.
has though. Jason has.
No, I saw him nodding. Okay, so
sorry.
Like we could literally. I think there is actually a whole podcast based off of like Lost alone. So we could get into that, but what we're not going to do is that. So I just want to cut to the chase and say that this man is super talented. He's super intelligent. He has saved many lives on the island. But I like can't say much because if you're gonna watch it, I'm not gonna spoil anything. But he's just a ride or die, and you also have to understand that they're on an island with literally no medical tools half the time. So like he gets shit done. So I really respect Jack Shephard, and I also respect his finessing with the women. That's kind of a side note. He's a baller. But besides that, the worst. I can say my worst.
Yeah. Do you have like a least favorite? If you have a least favorite, go for it.
Yeah. No, like 100%. If you guys watch Sons of Anarchy, Tara Knowles is someone I want to punch straight in the face.
Okay.
She is unbearable. She's a complainer. I will give her credit that she saved lives in like the motorcycle gang in like the Sons group, which is like, we can commend her for that because like we need that. Those dudes need to survive. You know what I'm saying? But shout out. But she's just such. Well, I mean, this is PG, right? She sucks. She just sucks.
This is a rated R show.
How can you get mad at your husband's in a motorcycle gang, but like how are you gonna get mad when people get hurt? Anyways, I'm mad.
Bella's
I would like to pass the torch because I just got
Bella's heated 10 minutes into the podcast.
When I upload these episodes, I click not made for kids on the YouTube sections.
Okay.
You can say whatever you'd like on the show.
Well, I don't want to keep going because I'm scared, so we can pass it.
Later on, you can.
Okay. Okay.
I'll go ahead and go. I'll go ahead and echo my least favorite.
Yes, please.
It's Dr. Lipschitz from the Rugrats. Listen, Jason, I see your mouth open down there. Dr. Lipschitz is a quack. He's the Dr. Phil of the Rugrats universe. He's an entire quack. We hear a lot about him through the series. He's like one of those characters that you hear about in like series that you hear the name of often, but you don't necessarily see them often. They're kind of like a mythical figure. But they do have an episode of the Rugrats where Dr. Lipschitz ends up babysitting actually Chucky and Tommy. He's a total quack. He cracks under pressure. I'm saying this for myself personally. Fuck Dr. Lipschitz. Sorry.
What a stance. What a stance.
Yeah.
No, you deserve to have your opinion.
That's how I feel as far as that goes. As far as favorite goes, I'm actually I'm gonna pick Carla Espinosa from Scrubs.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now you may Adam tease that he thought, and you also thought, maybe I'll pick a JD or a Turk. The easy pick, right? The easy kind of like pick of the show. Even like your Dr. Cox's or your Kelso would be like, maybe a go-to. But Carla, she kind of what she does, she represents what the medical staff that isn't doctors necessarily, like you have your nurses or your physician's assistants or your aides or your orderlies or whatever, all of these people that are in the hospital that are doing these important things and kind of these vital things that don't maybe necessarily get the recognition, because when you think about hospitals, when you watch most hospital shows, those aren't necessarily the people that are in the limelight. It's the surgeons, it's the attendings, things like that. But this show, Scrubs, kind of flips it, and they make Carla this vital, important character. There's even storylines fixed in there where she's faced with, am I just a nurse? Can I be more than that? Am I not valued? This and that. But she holds it down. Everyone in the hospital is pretty much like, she's a very maternal figure. And I really like that in my shows and my movies and things like that. Just like a parental kind of anything that I really kind of appreciate. And that's Carla Espinosa, 110%. So that is my favorite. Jason, soup's up, kid.
Okay, so I did a little bit of research just a minute ago because I'll be honest, I haven't watched a lot of shows with doctors. I haven't seen Scrubs. The only time I ever watched Scrubs with you, my dear friend, whenever you were over and we watched it. I haven't seen House, seen a few episodes of Grey's Anatomy, and I'm not a fan. First thing that comes to mind, and I'd like to talk about for another reason, is he's not a medical doctor, but Dr. Manhattan. That's my guy.
Okay.
Also, the reason being, do I look kind of blue right now? Like right here. Do I look blue?
You do look blue, yeah.
Yeah, that's what made me think of it. Like, so Dr. Manhattan. But for like real doctors, I mean, I don't know. That the Lost guy was a good one. I don't know, man.
Thank you.
Let's go with Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan's my
That'll
final
work.
answer.
That'll be
Yeah,
fine.
dude. Because like the thing is, he could fix you. Like he could do anything. Like if you're aware of who Dr. Manhattan is, he'll fix you up. You got cancer, he'll get rid of it, or maybe he'll give it to you.
Yeah. Never mind.
No, he doesn't give it to him. Like
that's a spoiler for those who haven't seen Watchmen, so I don't want to say anything.
That's propaganda.
Watchmen, the film. Is that the film Watchmen?
He's in either or the comic.
I think you can spoil I think you can spoil Watchmen the movie if you'd like to.
Like
well, wasn't it like?
Yeah,
it was. Weren't they just like saying it was like they were trying? One of the guy's name was Vite. He was like trying to tell everybody he was giving cancer, right?
Yeah. It was propaganda. Yeah. He like gave his like sweetheart cancer and stuff. But no,
Bastard.
Dr. Manhattan's dope. He's like the ultimate superhero. You can't mess with Dr. Manhattan.
Well, what about
he's very passionate about it.
What about you, Adam? As our designated healthcare worker here. What about you, Cuz?
Least favorite doctor is going to be Sean Murphy from The Good Doctor.
Okay, explain.
Oh, that's such a good one.
For least favorite, or like you like him a lot? Wait,
No,
like,
he's the worst.
oh yeah. On my rotation, we would just keep saying like he sees things that the regular doctors can't see. He sees things people can't see. And it's like, like that's not how it works. Like it's not a person isn't a car. Like you just be like, oh yeah, this pipe moves this way. That's how the valve works in the heart. He has endocarditis. It's like I don't like the character of
No,
him. I just don't buy into his character and all the
Adam,
whole thing.
the commercials kill me whenever they just do the little clips of what he's saying, the way he says it, like the way, like, and like I'm not like hating on him, but it's just the way that the way that the show decided to make him act in some ways is
Yeah.
so absurd.
I watched like 2 episodes and I was like, no, this just isn't working. This just isn't. This is not my can of
Yeah,
beans
Right.
It
here.
doesn't work. No.
Uh, for favorite doctor, I gotta do the simplest, most honest thing here. John Michael Dorian.
Oh yeah.
JD from Scrubs. I
I
don't know
like that.
the bedside manner, his personality, his actual knowledge of medicine. There's everything about it. Just like is like the whole total package, which like you want to embody yourself off of him or model yourself off of him. Like he's smart, caring, funny, and all the fun stuff that you want to be as like a good healthcare provider.
Very good. Nice.
I like
Good choices, everybody. What was that, Bella?
She's
Oh,
not
I
really-
just like I really liked Adam's. I liked everyone's though. Everyone is very insightful.
Everyone had some
Okay.
good answers there. I like that.
I'm glad you enjoyed those, everybody.
I'm enjoying
Adam,
myself, and I'm enjoying my friends.
you're a good person all around. Everyone says so.
I know.
I just got a private text message here that says, "Oh, great, we love her, we love Bella." Great,
Oh, wow.
nice little fun segment, guys. And again, just if you know a healthcare worker, go tell them you love them. Tell them thanks. Give them a hug.
But
if
do
you're
it from 6 feet away.
yeah.
Maybe
Do it
message.
Do it from a distance, but let
Yeah.
them know how much you love them and how much you care about them. Who are your favorite healthcare workers? Leave us a comment or something like that, or when you rate us, go ahead and leave it in your review if you'd like. But yeah, we're just gonna keep moseying on here with the show. Also, guys, I forgot to mention, if you heard some new music cueing us in, if this is the first episode, you may have seen it a little bit. You may have heard some new music from J.A. on the track, our friend Jake Andrewski. He made some new music for the show. Not for the show, but he was kind enough to let us use some of his music. The guy, he makes great stuff, instrumentals, beats, anything you're looking for. Go ahead. His stuff is in the description. Go check Jake out. J.A. on the track. That's our buddy. Go show him some support. We love
Thank
him.
you.
Back to business here, guys. Yeah, basically, kind of, we touched on it at the beginning of the show, but this has been a sort of a long process for us, and we've been talking about this through a lot of the episodes. We're in this shit right now, so I think the normalcy has kind of started in. We're kind of feeling okay and normal and getting back to our shits. For me, that's a lot of television, and I know that that's just my thing. Today, I finished Little Fires Everywhere, the newest Hulu series starring Kerry Washington and Reese Witherspoon. It's based off a novel. I'm not sure of the writer's name. I have to think of that or figure it out. But it's a really good series. And Bella, I know you actually got a chance to watch that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I finished it last night.
Adam, Jason, are you guys familiar with the series at all?
No.
I saw a commercial for it.
I don't know any
So-
Hulu.
Okay, so just to kind of lay the background for you, it's a limited series. It's based off a novel that predominantly takes place in the suburbs of Cleveland, Shaker Heights, and it's about this woman and who raises a family in Shaker Heights. It takes place in the 90s predominantly, and also the 80s a little bit. But it's about these two women who are raising these families in a different, very kind of lifestyle and upbringing. We learn more and more things about them as the show unravels. But it's kind of like, there's mystery around it, and there's lots of drama and things of that nature. But it's one of those high caliber shows that streaming are doing anymore, where they're just like it's the premium cable level show that you'd think you'd be watching, like an HBO type of series that the streaming services are doing anymore. It's a really good effort by Lulu. Bella, or do you think pretty much the same?
Sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Like, what do you think about just like the quality of the show? Like, do you find the show to be in like a high quality show? Did you really enjoy it for what it was? Do you think it was like a standard streaming kind of service, or do you think there was like a bigger element to it?
No, I agree with you. I think that the caliber of it was like excellent. I think that it we kind of touched on this, but like it resembled the quality of like and I think I'm surprised by Hulu, but I'm like excited about it. That they came out with something so excellent, and I think that they casted so many talented actors that it just brought it to like a whole new level. And there was a lot of thoughtfulness in how they did an adaptation from a book. I mean, dude, I like what we were talking about before. Like, I loved it. It was just as good of quality as Big Little Lies or some other short series. So I don't know. I have nothing but good things to say about it, and I'm sure people who read the book would maybe feel more strongly either way about it. But I didn't, because I told you I didn't know it was a book until halfway through. But yeah, highly recommend. I don't want to say anything because I could, but if people want to watch it, then like I'm not going to be that person.
Yeah,
but
we're definitely
totally recommend
on the spoilers for this. But I would just like to say something that you touched on there, the casting. It's a pretty thick layer of cast throughout the family dynamics that we see in the show. There's two main families. One is just a mother and daughter situation. The other is a mother-husband, 4-kid situation. And we see how they navigate around each other and around each other with different things as far as class, race, sex. All of these things or sexuality are all brought into the mix as far as these go. And it's really impressive how it's not like it's very soap opera-y to the point where, you know, it doesn't feel super light at any point. Like, it's always like they're pretty much always bombing on the heavy keys. It's always dramatic. But at the same time, it is done so well and it's so poignant. And it's not to where it's just like that's cheesy, that's dumb. It's where like that's a moment that like I can either relate to or that I think is really strong and well done.
Right. And I will like add one thing, which once again we touched on, was that if you guys choose to watch it, if anyone listening chooses to watch it, there's not a single character in the show that you can consistently like or have the same opinion on or be on their side the entire time, because the directors, the author, they all did such a great job at creating this like weird pull between having us want to categorize someone as good versus good and bad, good or bad, but also like having that opinion change like with like maybe sometimes 2 or 3 times in an episode. So I think like it's even worth watching just solely because there is simply no like easy stream. There's no like smooth ride. But overall it's the most relatable to life, you know, like we all have conflicts internally, externally, with a million other people, with only one person. Like, so I don't know. It's we could talk about it for a long time. I'm gonna stop talking now,
So
but I recommend it. So I'm sure Chase does too.
Maybe I don't know, maybe compare it to another series, or just like tell me what do you whine about? Here, come up here. Come on, my dog's
Oh.
whining a little bit. Are you okay? All right, I'll see you later.
Shout out dogs.
Yeah, shout out to Murphy Brown.
Yeah,
we
shout out
love you
dogs.
over here, but you shut up! I'm recording with my friends. All right. Bella, so if you had to maybe compare it to another series, or just go ahead and like give it a rating out of 10, what would you rate it, and what would you kind of compare it to?
Honestly, I would rate it like a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
or if we were doing I think for Tiger King we did 5 out of 5, or like the out of 5, so I would do 4.5 out of 5.
Okay.
Oh God, that's a good question. Because I've been watching so many dramas that are kind of like, I mean, you could argue Game of Thrones is like it's so fictional, like it's
Right.
like that's so just, so you can even put it in that caliber. And I haven't really watched a show that has like intense family conflict, and then on top of that race conflict and class conflict and all that stuff. So I think once again I brought up Big Little Lies, but there's some type of similarity, and it's not just because Reese Witherspoon is in both, but it's because like there's some darkness to both and some heaviness that are very real, and eerily relatable at sometimes. So I think that's what I would compare it to, but that could also be like my lack of.
Is she frozen?
Yeah.
It seems that way. The fan isn't
Definitely
moving.
frozen. I wonder what her last statement there was.
The
That's
lack
very
of what?
the lack of what? Very interesting to see. We're gonna try to get Bella back at some point, but I think that free stream of hers is pretty funny. So
Yeah, it is. It's so
I'm gonna
funny.
leave it there for a second. If
Yeah.
you're listening on audio right now, Bella kind of froze out on us. You probably saw her voice just like kind of stop. But we're looking at a freeze frame of her mid sentence.
And we're all on the edge of our seats right now.
Yeah, we're like chilling. I don't know if she can see that we're like talking and reacting and things like that, but we'll figure this out for our girl. I'm gonna. Oh, did she come in a different? Is there a second?
Yes, I love it. This is so cool. I love it. Can we please leave
Holy
the
My
crap.
screen?
Wi-Fi. I had to join on my personal hotspot, and I don't know what happened.
Wow.
So if you're,
I'm sorry, you
okay,
guys.
now if you're listening, you're probably really confused. So we've got 2 Bellas here. You don't need both.
I'm sorry. I'm so
Please,
sorry.
no, please leave the one. Oh, okay.
No. But wait, Adam took my spot though.
We can,
Adam
if you
did
want
your
to, can we? Should we swap?
Yeah, let's.
Oh God, I really effed it up, guys.
There we go.
There we go. Now
There we
we're all back.
go. Woo!
It's
We're
like
back. Okay.
intro to Brady Bunch.
Sorry about the wall.
I'm sorry.
Right,
I'm
no.
really.
Sorry about the wall.
I'm sorry to mess it up. I'm never
If you're
coming
listening
back.
to us on audio or watching us, sorry about the wall, but we're back. Got 1 Bella Spatafor here now. There's not an imposter Spatafor. We're dealing with 1 Bella. We're dealing with the original
man.
Bella. If you are the real Bella, I don't know if you're like the original. You could be the.
I mean, how would you even be able to tell?
Asking you deep personal questions, but
Oh,
we'll save that till later. We'll pretend this is the 3rd act of Endgame, and we won't ask any questions. You're Nebula in this sense.
all right. All right.
So let's go ahead and keep going. I think you gave your rating of a 9, correct? And you compared it to the Big Little Lies. I would just echo that. I think that's a good comparison. It is based off a novel. It does start with Reese Witherspoon, but it is a show that is done so well to where it's not like, I think the second season, I will say that I enjoyed the first season more than I did the second, just because the second was a lot more. They found out what was good from the first season, like what they laid out well, and they kind of doubled down on it doing it in the second season, like the dancing montages, the like running on the sand type of stuff. They really doubled down that stuff in the second season. But I digress. I will say that I really like this Little Fires Everywhere series. I'm going to give it a strong 8 out of 10. It was really, really good, really well done. Something that, like I said, I don't need a second season of this by any means.
Mm-hmm.
But if they did drop another season, I would totally understand, and I'd definitely be there to watch it.
For sure.
So, if you guys have checked out Little Fires Everywhere, let us know. What did you think about it? Leave us a comment or something of that nature, and let us know what you thought about the series. Thanks a lot. I think it just ended yesterday was when the last episode premiered. So go ahead and catch up on that. It's only 8 episodes, 8-hour-long episodes. They're all on Hulu. Really good, really clean, easy watch. Very good. Jason, are you still watching Westworld? Are you like caught up in everything?
Yeah.
Adam, I don't know if you're still watching Westworld or not.
I got halfway through season 2, and then I just kind of fell off. I don't. It's not that I didn't like it. I just stopped watching for some reason. I think I,
Jason-
I
Go ahead, Chase.
Oh no, go ahead, Adam. Just finish what you're saying.
I think it was in the middle of like school or rotations for me, and I just like didn't have the time on like a Sunday night to just like watch the episodes or whatever. So I was like, I'll come back to this, and then like season 3 is like over, so like, I'm a bit, I'm quite a ways behind on it right now. But season 1 was cool. Season 1 was really cool.
It's very heavy. It's like it's not light. You got to use your brain, and a lot of topics that you got to think about. You got to pay real close attention.
Oh
to
yeah,
it.
definitely. Like in season 1, I was like that for the majority of the time, I kept saying like, what's happening? Like, who are these
Mhm.
people? How are they going to interact? Like, because there's like all these like different lines, and like how are they going to like converge? Like, how's this going to happen? And then like, I'm just, oh wait,
I really like what they do with
it's
the
episode
timelines
9.
in this show.
Mhm.
They will have something going on, and you'll see characters, but then it'll also be a different timeline within the same
Yeah,
episode, and it can be a little disorienting. And I think they do that on
certainly,
purpose.
certainly.
Are they the third season is still on, or is it
Yeah,
complete?
it's still going on. I think there's a couple more episodes left. It's definitely changed quite a bit since the second season. Like they're in the real world now, and it's really cool. It's cool to see like another like how in earlier television, like the Jetsons or anything Ray Bradbury, it was like what you would expect, what he thought it would look like nowadays, like 2020. I think it's really cool to see what it's supposed to look like in 2100 or something like that. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel like there's not a lot of that out there left. I mean, there are certain things. I think Westworld is pretty. I mean, as far as shows that are like semi-realistic, as far as the future aspect goes, I think that's one of the only shows that are like, because everything I could think of is like everything seems real centered to like around now. You know what I mean? Like Back to
Mm-hmm.
the Future was 2015. Blade Runner,
Wow.
the first Blade Runner was I think 2018 or 2019 or something like that. It seems like a lot of that stuff was kind of like coming past and everything like that.
Yeah.
We're not getting those like far off futuristic stuff, which I like the realistic stuff. So
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Most of the new season has been done in uh not Thailand. I forget what there's this place with the most futuristic city, and I can't remember. Singapore. It's Singapore, and they've done most
That's
of their
cool.
filming there. And it's like afterward, I like Googled Singapore, and it's pretty cool how their city's set up there. I would love to go one day.
that's pretty dope. And a couple more episodes of that. So I just wrapped up a series and I'm due one. So maybe Westworld. Maybe I fish in there on that second season and just kind of go back to the beginning, ride the whole thing out, and then see what I can do with the
Yeah.
first season 3.
I've talked to a lot of people about it, and a lot of people are disappointed that it's, not so Western centered. Like I have a lot of friends that were really into it for that aspect, but now that
Yeah.
it's like out in the real world, they're like not as about it, but I think it's still pretty cool.
I will say that I watched the Westworld movie before this or after I think I watched the pilot episode of Westworld when it debuted the first season, and then I watched the movie. After watching the movie, that's when I kind of like said in my head that this is going to be like a different thing. This is going to not just be what we think it is.
Is the movie directly related to the show?
It's not directly related, no. But I'll say this: if you watch the movie, you will be able to pretty much you'll be able to figure out what happens at the end of the first season.
Okay.
There's
Besides,
I watched
two
half of the
movies, I
first
think.
season.
I think there might be a second movie. I only watched the original or the first movie.
Is it worth a watch?
It's very interesting. It's very fun. I mean, if you don't mind, I will say it's like if Star Wars, like, because it's around the same time, like if Star Wars was in the vein of not doing anything intergalactic and just kind of like um here earthish type of stuff, if it were kind of in that vein, like if you can handle watching that kind of stuff, I would say yeah, it's worth a watch. It's very interesting, for sure. I would say yeah. But what about you, Adam? You've been watching any series? You've been getting in anything? You've been
Uh, well, I've started watching Mad Men with my fiance. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yes.
we just finished up season 1 last 2 nights ago. We finished it
Oh,
up.
dude, it
Okay.
gets so good.
I know it's already is good. I'm already like
It's so
invested in
good,
these
yeah.
characters. I mean,
Jason,
there's
Yeah.
are you on the Mad Men front? Have you seen Mad Men?
I have not seen Mad Men. It's on my list though. I've definitely been meaning to watch it. I just keep running into other shows, but I've been meaning to watch Mad Men.
it's certainly an
Yeah.
easy watch. Like it's not like it takes a lot of energy out of me like some other shows would. Like sitting and watching like Thrones like before the new season would come out. Like I'd just be tired after a few
Yeah.
episodes. I'm just like, wow, I just need to take a nap or something.
Yeah.
But the show, like, I can easily just like pump out like 5 or 6 episodes and be like, I'm cool. Like,
Yeah.
let's keep going.
Yeah. I agree. The dialogue is good. It's really
It
good.
really
and the
is.
character development is really good too.
And it is. I love all the characters. I don't know why, but of all the characters I'm like most invested in, it's like his wife, like Betty. I think Bet.
Oh my god.
I'm just like
Yeah.
so like sold on her as a character. I'm like I need to make sure she has a good ending.
If
Like
you like her, then you're going to if you're invested in her, I mean, then you're going to be really interested to see where the show goes.
she the fiance also watched the show and she was like, and when I told her the same thing, she was like, okay, we'll see. You'll see. And I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, now I'm afraid that she's gonna
like
die. I'm gonna be
no,
upset.
no, simply we literally simply could not say anything because every single character goes through like really weird phases, but with her, she's very unique, and you'll enjoy seeing what happens. But
This
you'll
series,
enjoy the show in general.
this series is kind of like the jump off point for Elizabeth Moss, is it not? Isn't that like isn't this
Yeah,
I
this was
believe
her
so, and
first.
she's so excellent in it.
okay?
She does do very well in the show.
Yeah.
How many
What's
seasons
the
are we
one?
looking at?
The one. What's her name? She's the
6, I think. I think 6
seasons,
seasons.
okay.
Yeah. What's the secretary? She's the redhead one.
Like her
What's-
character's name, or her name's
I guess
Joan in the show.
yeah,
I can't remember
Joan.
what
Yeah,
her
she's a
the actor's
legend
name
in
is.
that too. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
in that show Good Girls and stuff. She's really cool.
Yeah, she's cool. I like Joan's all right. Joan's all right.
And you'll grow to like her a lot or not. I don't know. It depends on your stance on
We'll
her
see.
character. Yeah.
Of all the people I hate on the show, it's like I think I'm obviously supposed to hate Pete Campbell. Like he
Yeah.
sucks as a
He
person.
sucks. Yeah,
He
he
sucks
sucks.
as a person. I'm like, God, I just need to punch this man, or someone needs to
I
punch him.
know. Yeah.
But it's just like I don't know. I just really like all the characters. Like Don Draper is just like I understand why there was a big like whole thing about John Hamm and why he's like
Oh, I know.
I don't know. I'm sold on John Hamm too. Like not like
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't, but like I am even more
No,
now.
yeah. Yeah.
But
I'm really excited for you, dude. You're gonna have to give us an update.
I will give an update for sure. I think we're gonna start season 2 within the next couple days. But I'm loving it, honestly.
That's awesome.
Shit.
I'm so excited for you.
Anything else you've been kicking around?
Any other
Or
what?
has that been- anything else you've been kicking around? Or has that been like your main kind of your main project as of late?
That's the main thing I watch with her. I have a show I've also been watching. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Some nice anime stuff. You guys have not you guys here in the group, but Chase and our own group message have convinced me to start watching anime, and this is my jumping off point now for anime is a giant show about fighting robots.
I mean,
That's
we've
awesome.
always kind of been versed in anime at some point, you know, because I mean, even thinking back to like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, that's
Yeah,
like that's like your live action, you know, Japanese
certainly.
flavored television show. So I think we've always kind of been engrossed in it. And then you even go back to like your Samurai Jacks You were
Oh
talking about
yeah.
your Avatar: The Last Airbender things, so things of
Yeah.
that nature that are kind of like. And Jason, Bella, have you guys anime movies, series, anything of that nature that you get into at all?
Go ahead, Jason.
So Matt, our friend Matt Miller, he's been really trying to get me into anime. I've been watching some anime. I've always since a kid been a big Dragon Ball Z guy and Samurai Jack. But I just finished Tokyo Ghoul, which was cool. Seasons 1 and 2 are cool. Season 3, not so much. My friend Matt, he also told me to watch Neon Genesis. Is that what you said it was called?
Like the show is like called Evangelion, but for some reason they just added on Neon Genesis at the front of it, and I don't know. Maybe I don't understand the show yet. I'm like 5 episodes deep, so maybe I just don't get it. But there's not much Neon or Genesis in the show.
He was telling me that it's like really cool. It's got some like alternate endings, and it seems like it's a pretty cool show. So I'm gonna have to get into that.
It is really cool, and like it's not like when you say like giant fighting robots, you think of like Pacific Rim or like you said Power Rangers, like just like the Zords fighting against other things. But it's like
Dude,
these
shout out to fucking Zords and shit.
Zords are so cool. I think about the Zord scene from the newest Power Rangers movie, and I get goosebumps every time. Like,
Oh yeah, art. It's so cool.
they were just oh my god. I'll get into that later, but that's just crazy. But like it's like these children they have piloting these robots, and like these kids like don't want to do it, and they're just like they're attached to these robots like physically and emotionally. And so like whenever the robots get hurt, they get hurt too. So like if robot gets punched in the stomach, like they get punched in the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's like the scene in Spy Kids 3D.
I knew you were gonna say that shit.
All right, let's back off me for a second. It's a scene in Spy Kids 3 where like Junie, like they're controlling like the things and like they get the points and shits like that, basically.
The 3D movie.
Essentially. Except there's
we
no
should
like
do a
extendo
whole
arms.
podcast on Spy Kids 3, but maybe another time.
We will eventually do a Spy Kids trilogy breakdown. It's actually 4 movies, but we will break them all down and the Netflix series if we need to.
Oh, okay. Well,
are they making one?
It already exists. It's already
okay.
I think it's already started and ended. To be honest with you.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys touched on like Samurai Jack, Avatar. Serge and I did a lot of like Yu-Gi-Oh. Is that considered anime or no? Yeah. Okay, yeah. We watched Yu-Gi-Oh. We used like we did a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Pokemon. Is Pokemon even anime?
Yes. Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm a disgrace. Okay, well we watched a shit ton of Pokemon, and like Serge and I loved Pokemon, but we also recently watched like the reboot of Samurai Jack. Serge finished it. I only touched on it, but like we were just talking about how like visually beautiful that show is. But I think my first sincere, true admiration for anime was Spirited Away. That movie is visually. Jason's so hype. The movie is so beautiful, but so daunting and scary. I remember like as a child being so disturbed at like just the way that they can animate these faces and these reactions and these feelings and like, oh my god, dude, still to this day, like I think every person on the face of the planet should watch Spirited Away, and it literally ruined my outlook on pigs, but it's just so effed up. But Jason, talk about it.
Oh man, Spirited Away it's special. It's seriously one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it in theaters and I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I think I just went with a friend and his dad, and it was crazy. Like I wasn't really into like anime and stuff like that yet. And I really like the message. I like how there was a relationship between a boy and a girl, and it necessarily like they had a really like close bond, but they didn't necessarily need to be romantic. And I thought that was cool. You don't see that with a lot of American television or movies. I love the movie. I think all the artwork in it's really cool.
So beautiful.
I'm a big fan. What's that guy's name, Chase?
Studio Ghibli, is that?
Yeah. Studio Ghibli.
It's I forget the gentleman's name. It's HM or his initials.
Mm-hmm.
Miyazaki.
Miyazaki.
Sounds
I
totally
don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe, probably not. That's just probably a very generic Japanese name I just came up with. So I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah, it's really good. If you haven't seen, I think it's good for anybody of any age too. Like that's something that
I
I'm going
watched
to
it at like
make.
8 years old. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I'm gonna make my kids watch it. I'm gonna make my wife watch it. It's gonna be a staple in the Able household.
That's right.
Staple in the Hill House. I like that. I like
Yeah.
and what you touched on too about just I think a lot of the reason I've been watching My Hero Academia a lot recently. Before there was a movie that was released this year, Heroes Rising. I believe it was the second My Hero Academia movie. I've heard of the series before. Uh, it's been gaining popularity, obviously, but I'd never really sat down to watch it myself until Matt gave me the recommendation to watch it. So I started watching it and I was really glued into it instantly. And it's because of everything that you guys kind of just said, the message and the tone and what they have behind what they put into anime projects, I think they transcend so well because they're not just made with children in mind. They're made with a whole demographic and a whole scale of
Yeah.
people and everything and different nationalities and everything else like that in mind too. Like when you sit back and you watch, like think of like I watch My Hero Academia and like I can see very like specific and directed messages and tones and storylines and things and beats of that nature going on throughout the series and being really important and not hitting you over the head but being there enough to where children could pick up on it and learn from it. When you watch like American children's programming, a lot of it's just like kind of goofy, wacky stuff. It's very slapsticky. There's definitely some substance to some of it. I can't say there's like no substance to American children's programming, but anymore when you look at it, a lot of it's just like wacky kind of shit. It's not like, and it's obviously like for children. It doesn't go past to where it's well, yeah, you could be like a child and like this, but hey, I think your teenage brother or sister would like it too, type of thing. They don't really work that way, and they don't work that same way. So that's why I think that anime is so. I've been enjoying my time watching it at least just because of all of the things I've found in it in that regard.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the way that they create the storylines and the characters, it doesn't like insult a younger demographics like intelligence. Like it allows them to experience that wider message or that deeper message, but like still be entertaining and like beautiful and slow. I think of Spirited Away and like things do happen fast, but like there's a slow, steady, just elegant pace to it. And I think a lot of anime is like that.
Mhm.
And I think like Chase, like I'm just kind of like reiterating what you said, but like as a 23-year-old, and I saw it like when I was like eight or 10 or something like that, it's still like such an impactful movie. And I think that, like you already said, that sometimes is lacking in American television, American movies, which, we could also argue, like, we could go in a completely different track and talk about how, like, Parasite was, like, the biggest movie of the year and how that's international, like, that's a Korean film
Sure.
and how, like, it was so amazing and impactful. And it's like, it irritates me at this age that I didn't take that hint that like international and foreign films could be so awesome. Like when I got Spirited Away, but like now at 23, it's like hitting me straight in the face, which I'm sure maybe you guys kind of can relate to if you watch Parasite or watch like other foreign films. But yeah, I don't know. It's like it's chiseling at that like box that we put ourselves in, like living here,
Yeah, and when you say that about Parasite, especially like when we see Parasite came out of pretty much nowhere. I mean,
Mhm.
we were lucky enough to be able to go out. Did you two see it, Jason and Adam? Have you seen
Yeah,
I didn't get
Parasite
a
yet?
chance to see it yet.
I'm a big
You
Parasite
you
fan.
seen, okay, Jason, yeah, you did see it. We talked about it. You liked it a lot. Adam, streaming on Hulu now. So
Yeah, you should watch it, Adam.
whenever you get the chance
I
to watch it,
know.
I would say put that on your list. It came out of nowhere and they won. I mean, they won best. Get over here. You have to sick again. They won. They won best picture. They won best director. They won best original screenplay, and best international foreign language film. That kind of makes you think, like, how often is it that there are movies that are either coming out of Korea or coming out of France or coming out of Germany or coming out of wherever that we just haven't seen, that we're not really like exposing ourselves to because of either the thing towards like we don't want to read subtitles, or we're just not used to accepting that kind of stuff. Like we're used to getting our summer blockbusters, and then at the end of the movie we get like our period piece movies or whatever that are just like kind of more like, you know, the Oscar season push type of shit.
Yeah.
But like, what are we missing that's coming from all these other places that we just don't get to see or haven't had the chance to see regularly?
Exactly.
That I think is definitely something that we're gonna have to look at going forward, like from here on out. How you doing? But that's definitely gonna be something that we're gonna have to like get into. Because I think that we don't want to leave this behind anymore. I think that this past year was the showing sign that we can't just forget about that type of cinema.
100%.
Jason, you're muted.
I had to change the light. I was getting tired of being blue, so I put on a different light.
Nice to see you. And then the brighter light.
The Dr. Manhattan theme is over, but something I really enjoyed about Parasite is I found myself forgetting that I was reading the subtitles. Like it wasn't even something that was coming into my head that it was another language. Like I was listening and I was I don't know. I liked it. I thought the whole thing was cool. I really liked the imagery from Parasite.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Well done.
Boy, you're left behind now.
I know.
We thought we were in the cheap seats, but you're really in the cheap seats.
I'm not even in the audience, honestly. I'm like still at the concession stands.
You're still at the concession stand, and we're just getting closer and closer to the action. So I mean, I don't want to leave.
He's waiting on his hot dog.
I don't leave you behind, but I mean, we'll do what we have to do. You know what I mean?
That poor Adam.
All this for a hot dog. Damn.
It's okay. We'll forgive you. You can get it. You can get on it.
Yeah, we
You
still
can
love
enjoy it.
Thank
We
you.
still love and respect you for the time being.
Yes. Yeah.
For the time being, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, hey man, tomorrow's another day. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I understand. I get
He's
it.
hurt.
I get it. No, I get it. Yeah, we're
Listen, make a deal. You watch Parasite, I'll watch the movies that I've been lying about seeing for the past like several years. We'll do that. So either like a Blade or The Matrix or any of that kind of stuff. I'll watch one of those maybe.
I have a hard time believing you've never seen a Blade movie, honestly.
Or Matrix.
I've lied about it for so long.
The Matrix, I know. You told me you've never seen a Matrix movie, but Blade movies, that's one I don't believe.
I swear on my animal sitting right next to me that I have not seen a Blade movie.
That's crazy. That's crazy, honestly.
Blade's tough, bro.
Blade is big tough.
I mean, like I know I definitely should have seen like a Blade picture at this point. And I do like there's no one to blame but me because they're always streaming or on some sort of.
It's on FX like once a month, like once a week it seems.
Like FX is like constantly looping it, so it's like I don't know, man. This is a me thing.
I'll tell you what you need to do, Chase. You need to sit down. You need to dedicate a good portion of your day to this. You start out with White Man Can't Jump, and then you go directly into Blade.
I don't. Is Woody Harrelson in Blade 2 or just Wesley?
Well, Woody Harrelson is in Blade, bro.
I don't
he's
believe
not. No, that's not Woody's wheelhouse. No, he's not a vampire and
I don't believe
superhero at the same time.
Is in Blade. I don't believe you.
Yeah,
I will. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys? Do you guys do that? Like I do that? Do you like? Because I do it to. I do it to avoid conversation, not to hurt people's feelings. Like I don't need to be told. Like I will. Like if someone's like, hey, like the Matrix reference, right? Like instead of saying, oh, I haven't seen it, or like, no, I haven't seen the Matrix. My thing is just like, oh, like of course, like I love the Matrix. Like I love Reloaded.
Depends on who I'm talking to.
You know.
I get that. I get that. I feel like I've been there before.
I'm the
It's-
worst liar on the face of the planet, so I literally will always admit every time if I don't know anything.
It's very certain things. Like if I think I'll get the reaction like you haven't seen this, then I'll like go to that. But if I'll be like, but sometimes I'll divert to like, oh no, I haven't seen this. If it's like a smaller thing that I don't think like I'll get like a conversation out of.
You're a respectful man.
I'm a
Yeah.
crazy kind of guy in that regard. I would say I'm a crazy
Yeah.
kind of fella in that scenario.
That's right.
But enough about me lying to people. Let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth to each other. What else has been going on? Anything else racking the brains of you folks? What's going on? I mean, there's
Are we
no
here?
main
Frozen?
topic.
Is everyone frozen?
No,
No, we're good.
see
Oh,
Andy.
poor
I was
Jason.
just frozen. Okay.
Are
I thought I
you still
lost
frozen
everyone.
for yourself?
No, I'm good. I could see it. Like we're all good now. We're all good.
We can hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
We can.
Oh.
I can't
Oh.
hear you.
Yeah,
got
we
you.
can. We're
Yeah,
good.
We're good.
Hear you.
You're here.
Loud and clear.
Everything's okay.
So yeah. What do we got going on with you, Chase?
What do you mean? Yeah, ask away, dude. I mean, I'm always asking.
What are we watching next? What are we watching next?
Are you talking like series? Are you talking movies? Are you
So
talking?
when you sign off and you're not in the podcast world anymore, what are you doing?
I mean, it depends, man. I mean, I've been watching a lot of. I do another show on this network about wrestling, so I have to. I watch my 9 hours of wrestling weekly that I have to watch of new my 9 hours of new programming, and that's without like pay-per-views and stuff. But I also sometimes I'll go back and watch like a classic episode. So I mean, I'm watching wrestling a lot. I'm watching a lot of movies, a lot of TV. I mean, I'm kind of like I'm playing with my dog, who's just like kind of acting sick right now. Hey, what are you doing? Come here. What are you
I
doing?
want to see Murph again. Get him up here.
So precious.
She's hanging out. She's having a good time. She won't like sit. Come here. This is good for the
She's in
audio.
need of attention.
I'm sorry that we're not with you right now, but we'll see you in a little bit. I promise. I love you too. Yeah, man, chilling, doing stuff like this. It really a lot of it's just been kind of like sitting and staring, and kind of like a type of avenue for me. But I've been.
Did you break something?
Me?
No, it sounded
I
like
broke-
something was broke.
I don't think so. I mean, I can't see anything broken, but maybe I don't know. I'll see in a little bit.
Nice little surprise.
Yeah, man. But I've been chilling. I've been doing my thing. I've been hanging out. I feel like for me, like I'm more anyway before, like besides being at work, a lot of my thing is kind of like chilling, like laying low, doing movies and television type of thing. Like I'll do the occasional, like I'll drive out to Pittsburgh, Jason, and I'll like stay with you guys for a night, or I'll hang out, I'll kick back with my homies around town for a little bit. But I don't know, man. Like I'm feeling pretty standard and feeling pretty normal. I don't know. I feel like as far as like watching things, like what's next for me, that I don't know. I never know. I never have a plan. For me,
What's
it's
your
always-
go-to platform? Like when I get on my TV, I go on to HBO first. What is your go-to platform?
I would, if I had to say, it's probably Prime Video.
Yeah, Prime's good. Prime is
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Prime's
Interesting.
number 2.
Prime's probably my go-to because of the added channels I have on there. Like I have CBS and Stars and stuff like that, to where it's like a bigger package, and there's live programming and things like that. And
I really like all of Prime's movies. They got a good movie selection. Big A24 films guy, so
oh yeah, you were what's the A24 film you were just watching? Hot Summer Night.
I watched Hot Summer Nights, and then I rewatched Mid-90s because Mid-90s has got to be like Mid-90s might be one of
I
my
haven't
favorite
seen that
movies.
yet.
It's so
Midnight is
good.
heavy. That's a
It's
heavy
Midnight-
movie.
I like
Midnight-
heavy movies, like poignant movies, but
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I haven't. No, it looks great though.
Bella, you should watch it tonight.
Mid-90s is one of
As
those.
if I don't have anything else to do.
It's one of those A24 movies that, like, one of those rare ones that was, because mostly they distribute movies.
Mhm. Yeah.
But that is one of the movies, one of the rare ones that they actually produced too.
Okay. Yeah.
90s, eighth grade, and like a couple other ones they actually like produced.
I was going to watch 8th grade tonight, actually.
Eighth grade's a really good picture too. I mean, fantastic debut from Bo Burnham, just like all around, writing and directing. Elle Fisher, not Elle Fisher, maybe Elle Fisher.
Is it Elle Fisher?
Not Isla Fisher. Elle is the. It might be Elle Fisher. That might be the girl's name. The young girl who stars in eighth grade though, she's phenomenal too. It's a really smart movie. I really enjoyed it a lot. So if that is one you want to watch. That'd be a good one too. What did you think of Hot Summer Night?
I really liked it. There's one portion of the film, without getting too much into it, that I would have done differently. But there's certain things that I really like in a movie. There's scheming. I like a lot of scheming. Like somebody comes up with a plan and they gotta make it happen. I like nostalgia and a little bit of action, but also some seriousness. But that movie is like, I feel like it hit on all that. It's very nostalgic. It takes place in the 90s, the early 90s, but the playlist
1992, I think, or 1991. One of
yeah. The playlist is really cool. They got like a bunch of songs from the 90s, the 80s. The style's cool. Like I really like what they did there with it. It's almost like the camera, the color is almost like a Technicolor, like what you would think for like Miami Vice type stuff, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's really cool. I'll give you a little synopsis without giving anything away. It's about a kid who goes and stays with his aunt the summer after graduating high school, and he meets a girl, he meets a friend, and he gets into some trouble. It's good stuff. I
like that.
Timothy Chalamet vehicle, right?
Yeah. Dude, I really like that guy. How do you say his last name?
Chalamet.
Yeah, I like his movie.
Oh, I want to give that one a go. I love him, but every girl loves him. So
there's some guys too, Bella. Don't just.
That's true.
Guys,
don't put Timmy Chalamet in a box, okay?
It's 2020, Bella.
Dude, I'm sorry. That's so disrespectful. I'm getting canceled.
Some non-binary people out there who probably like Tim too. So
yeah, I'm sorry. I misspoke.
We got to be done with Bella, I think.
Yeah, no.
Canceled.
There's no other solution.
Yeah, that's one of. Are you two familiar with what would you rate it, Jason, if you had to put a rating on it?
I would rate, because you've seen mid-90s, I would rate mid-90s like maybe an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
And maybe like Hot Summer Nights like a 7.5. Like it's really good. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it, but like it's not perfect. Maybe
what streaming services are they on?
Prime Video.
Okay, Prime. Okay.
Yeah. It was cool.
I didn't get high on the list.
What about you two? Are you two? I know Adam. We've seen quite a few together.
We have
A24 movies. Do you two? And go ahead if you need to look up a list or anything. Go for it. Do you two have like a favorite particular A24 movie? I know I could say off the bat, like one of my favorites for sure is A Spectacular Now. That is.
I
think they started in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure.
I liked that movie a lot.
Miles Teller and Shailene Woodley. It's one of the greatest. I mean, I would say it's a romantic comedy. I mean, there's a lot of drama. There's a lot of dramatic elements in it, but it's very. I mean, it's funny. Brie Larson's in it. Shout out to Brie Larson. Thank you, Brie Larson. Thank you, Brie
Larson.
Shout out Brie Larson.
Thank you,
Captain Marvel.
Love you, Brie. We love you. We love you, Captain Marvel. We loved you in Rome. We loved you in Rome, Captain Marvel.
What'd you say it was called?
The movie that I was just
Spectacular Now.
Okay, I'm gonna give it.
So I think that was in 2013 when they started kind of like on the beginning of their trek. I think one that I've liked more recently that I watched, The Last Black Man in San Francisco. Jason, I know that's the movie we've talked about. That's an excellent picture. I think that's also streaming on Amazon Prime.
Yep. That's the next one for me.
It's just really well done. It's really well made. It looks beautiful. The story's beautiful. Danny Glover is in it and shit. The way they do the music and just the way they present it is very well done.
I love the song, the remake of the classic San Francisco song.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I love how they did it. Yeah, it was. I actually watched. So I got done with mid-90s, and I was like, should I do another one? And that was the one I was going to do, but I opted out. 3 movies in one day is a lot.
Sure, yeah, that is a lot.
Wait, I didn't know that. I didn't know that The Lighthouse was part of that.
Yeah.
Another one that they distributed. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. We saw that together.
I think it was I think Regency is the company that distributed it, and I think that A24 is the company that produced it or distributed it rather, and Regency produced it.
Yeah. I'm just looking at a list now. I'll just go really quick. Obviously, like we saw Lady Bird together too, and I just I just feel fuzzy and warm when I think about that movie.
Interestingly enough, I also saw Lady Bird with Jason.
Oh, okay. I think you saw it the second time with me.
I think so. Yeah, because the first time I saw it, we got into an accident.
We got into a little car wreck. Chase was driving, but it wasn't his fault. It was some girl. Yeah, I was driving, or I was in the passenger seat, and this girl just like merged into my guy, and
that's just rude.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Chase. When that happened, if it was me, it would have ruined my day. Like it would have ruined my day. But you were you took it in stride. You handled it like a champ. You were so nice to the girl, and we still made it on time for the movie.
That's awesome.
What a good story.
That's awesome.
Fuck that girl though.
Yeah, if you're listening.
If you're listening to this podcast.
I hope she's suffering.
I wasn't very good about all that.
Wait, hold on real quick. I just looked also, an Ex Machina is part of that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know either, because I was gonna say something about Moonlight because I just watched it for the second time, and I mean that movie is just very beautiful, but like visually just so beautiful. But Ex Machina is so effed up. Like it's such an effed up movie, and I just love it. And I love Oscar Isaac.
I was gonna say you're like a big Oscar.
What?
You're like a big.
Yeah, Oscar. No, I will die for him. I will end up dying for him.
As soon as I saw those Dune pictures that got released, I was like, Bella's probably somewhere like.
Did you not see my tweet? Did you not see my tweet?
I did not see.
Come on, come on. Literally, anytime there's anything circulating about Oscar Isaac, it will be talked about on my page at SoccerLiver13. Ex Machina is intense and insane and freaky and gross and scary and amazing, and that might be my favorite.
Okay.
But because I haven't watched others though, so.
Have you seen Midsummer?
No, I really, really, really wanted to watch it, really bad. But it came out at a time when I was trying to stay away from like any intense, scary, uncomfortable movies because I was dealing with like a lot of anxiety. And I was like. I was like, I don't want to put because I heard there's a lot of like Hereditary I did see, but like Midsummer and there's a few other movies where it was like this takes you out of your element, it takes you out of like reality in a way. And I, as someone who was completely and utterly unstable because of being mentally ill and crippled by anxiety, did not want to put myself through that at the time just because I was so vulnerable in the head that I was like, okay, well. Now that I watch this movie, my perception of reality is completely skewed, and I'm gonna end up, ruined. So
it was the kind of movie that it's the exact thing that you should have avoided, that you were talking about avoiding. Yeah. So yeah, you probably made the best decision there.
Yeah, but I do want to see it. Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's you got to be into that kind of stuff though. Like I like a good thriller / would you call that a horror, Chase? A horror?
Psychological thriller?
I would say it's a horror.
Psychological thriller too, I would say though. Yeah.
Okay.
Psychological, yeah. I would say so.
It kind of reminded me of. Have you guys ever seen
kind of a body horror too? I mean, there's elements of that involved with it as well.
Wait, were you gonna say, Jason?
The Green Inferno, I think it's on Netflix. I haven't
fuck
seen
that
it in a
movie,
while,
dude.
but it
Right,
kind of
Rob.
reminded me of that for
I've
some
heard of
reason.
that.
Fuck that
fun
movie,
fact,
bro.
Fun fact: Daryl Sabara from Spy Kids fame is in the Green Inferno.
You love Spy Kids.
I do love Spy Kids.
I'm
I
not
love Robert
sold.
Rodriguez.
I'm not particularly sold that you weren't a Spy Kid as a kid. I'm not sold.
I was not. If I was a Spy Kid as a kid, I would be a spy adult. I don't know. Like I don't.
Come on.
Yeah.
I think it's
You
something
know
you
that.
have to retire from at a
I
young
would,
age, like
I
the
would,
NFL.
I would still be working at the OSS. I would have all the greatest gadgets. I would be level 5. I would be all these great things if I were a spy kid at any point. And I have not been, and don't think that I have been a spy kid and like being your friend. That's not what's happening.
Oh,
That's not what's going on. If I were a spy kid, I'd be out of here. You think I'd be making YouTube videos? Actually, I would definitely
You're
be
undercover. Yes, you would be. You're missing the whole point. You have to be undercover. Remember?
undercover necessarily.
Okay,
Like,
the first movie started out that way, did
Spy
it not?
Kids too. I like the first movie for sure, but like by Spy Kids 2, I mean these motherfuckers are climbing up like
Okay, I'll give you
music
that.
park
I'll give you that.
equipment and in the public eye.
Yeah.
They're not, we know who they are.
Yeah,
We
no,
know
you're
who's-
right. I'm sorry.
But regardless, regardless, I'll just say that yeah, I mean I wish I was a spy kid, but no,
Yeah.
to no avail.
Yeah.
Sorry.
At 24 years old, wanting to be a spy kid, it's makes sense.
I would not judge me. I would not I would not judge me. I would not put any like judgment or anything on me. But that's just the
No,
type of
you're
person
right.
Chase,
I mean, yeah.
I could
You do
see
your
you
thing.
starring in a Billy Madison Spy Kids crossover.
Whoa.
like where I would go to
Back
spy
to
school. Like
yeah,
back to spy school.
yeah, but you're like you're with a bunch of kids, and you're yourself as a grown adult.
I like that.
I don't hate it. It's not a bad idea. I don't think
Don't act like you hate it.
I don't think that's a type of vehicle for me. Maybe like a Miles Teller, or like a who's a strapping young actor, like a Logan Learman or whatever the young man's name is. Ansel
Timothy
Elgort,
Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
Did you
Might
say
be
the guy
Jordan
who
kinda
plays
old.
Spider-Man?
No, I don't fuck with Tom Holland.
Tom
like
Holland?
that. I don't need Tom Holland content. I'm sorry if that offends anybody. I like Tom Holland. I think he's a
It
good
offends
actor.
Jason.
No.
But
I just remembered I watched a movie with him though.
I don't need
Oh.
Tom
Spider-Man.
Holland. I don't need Tom Holland content. I'm sure he's like a fine like person, like in life and everything like that. I don't like him as Spider-Man. I don't enjoy those films, so I don't know. I don't need Tom Holland content. They've been pushing off his Uncharted movie for the past several years.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Is that happening?
Maybe.
I'm a big Uncharted fan.
Are any
Video game.
movies happening ever again? I don't know if any movies are gonna be able to be made anymore.
We can make
Done.
some
It's
movies,
done with.
Chase.
Movies are finished.
Yeah,
Could make
they're
movies.
canceled.
Movies are
Movies might be
canceled.
done. But I like your innuendo.
Thank you. I thought that
was,
slipped right by everybody.
No, dude, slipped right through. Is that an innuendo? Is that
It
sexy?
could be.
In some way, could
True?
probably.
Slipped right through. Is that sexy? Like if I said that, like it slipped right. Bella, you try saying it.
Slipped right in.
Yeah.
I would
Wow.
I would like to be off of this. I would
Yeah,
like this to
let's,
be edited. Aren't
So back to Tom Holland. The movie I watched with Tom Holland was called The Lost City of Z, and it was the dude from Sons of Anarchy, the main guy.
Charlie Hunnam?
Yeah, he was the main dude in it. And the reason I watched it is because I read the book, and because it was a real story about this guy. I forget his name right now. Percy Fawcett. He was an explorer, like, back in the old days, like with the English hats. And it was like about his last exploration. It's pretty cool. Kind of also similar, without giving away too many spoilers, also similar to the Green Inferno.
Okay.
But yeah,
We got ourselves a list.
yeah.
We do have a couple
It's
lists.
growing and growing.
The more I talk to Chase, the more I want to watch movies.
I know he really has that effect.
I'm glad you say that. I think I'm glad you say that. I like movies. I do like them a lot. I like movies and I like television. I don't like them to the point where some people think that liking, like I mean I've ran into this problem to where me having like a pure and like unadulterated enjoyment for this type of content makes me like, if I don't like something, I'm either being like snobby about it or like being like judgmental about it type of thing. Like I've ran into issues like that. Like that's definitely like not the avenue I go down and the way I look at it. For me, like I would say your unconventional or your bad movies. Like there's plenty of those in my list of my top 100 list probably. I don't know, man. I just care. I just like when you get down to it, I just like really care about what I'm watching and how these things make me feel. Like I cry.
Also,
man.
what's good about you is you literally never say no to trying a movie, which is nice because you can
Apparently.
except for what?
We're playing the Matrix.
Oh yeah, well okay, well I guess those are the outliers, but it's nice because if you're like, hey, this movie's cool, you're not like, okay, well, it doesn't look good, so I won't try it. Like you will literally try anything that comes out, and I think that probably allows you to have at least a little more of a more heavier opinion maybe on things, or even like a more heavier is not the right word, but like I would value your opinion a lot because you just have experience on so many different genres and stuff.
Yeah.
But obviously,
I mean,
opinion is opinion. But
sure. I mean, like I've seen a lot of shit. Like I haven't seen everything, obviously, but I mean, I've seen a lot of shit to where I'm like pretty confident in my general knowledge of movies, and like I definitely know what I like. There won't be like it's never gonna be for me, well, I'm gonna have to sit on it type of thing. Like I know what I like, I know what I don't like, I know what bothers me in movies, and I know what I like get out of them. And yeah, I mean, I just like I don't really budge from that. I just like, but I'm not always watching something and like thinking, okay, well, like this or that, or looking at it technically. I could turn my head off and just watch something.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you guys fuck with Wes Anderson?
Yeah, he's coming out with a new one, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm excited for that. It's like all in black and white, right? Or at least some of it.
I think.
Is it?
I think it is in black and white.
I really like that. I mean, me and Chase have talked. I love black and white. I think it's like the coolest stuff. Black and white pictures and.
That's one of your favorite A24 movies?
No. Disaster Artist was one of them. Lady Bird, you guys were talking about Lady Bird, but Disaster Artist was really good. There's a lot. Like I realized, like because I would always send you guys trailers or posters for these movies, like, yeah, this looks cool, and it's like, oh, and then I just never watched it. Like It Comes at Night, or like A Ghost Story, or Under the Silver Lake, or The Lighthouse. Even like I just never watched any of these movies, and I'm like, these are all good movies. I should watch these.
The Lighthouse is a trip, man.
Yeah,
it looks like it.
Wait, Chase, did you see that one tweet? It was like someone asked, "What was your favorite non-English or foreign film of the year?" And someone put The Lighthouse because you literally can't understand anything they're saying.
And they said, "You're fond of me lobster, ain't you?" Willem Dafoe, dude. Shout out to Willem.
Yeah, shout out Willem
Dafoe.
Yeah,
crazy. Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. Like, I love those two.
No, they're awesome duos.
Absolute baller.
So scary.
Did we all see The Lighthouse then?
No, I haven't seen it.
Did not. Yeah,
Adam did not.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
God.
I don't know, guys. There's a small thing going on called a pandemic. I don't know. I've been a little bit
busy.
Yeah, look at us and our high horses.
We're not mad at you. We're not mad at you, Adam.
Yeah, we're not mad. We're just disappointed.
It's okay. That was a bad excuse, anyways. I have a whole week off. I should be doing stuff.
You got Mad Men.
You're
Yeah.
like you got Mad Men, you got like mountain biking, you like got all these
Yeah.
things that are
Mountain
like.
biking's gonna take a backseat, I think, for a while.
You think we're done? Are we done for a
Well, I'm
little
not
bit?
saying we're done. I'm just saying, like, I need time to recover. I'm hurt.
All right, no, that's fair
Honestly,
enough. I don't-
if the people watching this have seen me shuffling a lot in my seat, it's because it hurts to sit.
It hurts.
It hurts. Everything like waist down just hurts.
Did you wreck?
Yeah, multiple times. Like I fell into like a ravine at one point. It was crazy.
This man.
And like just I don't know. Like there was no instruction manual. It wasn't just like, hey, the guy just gave me a bike and said like, follow me, and I was like on it. And then I fell and hurt myself. I have lots of bruises and scrapes and cuts and muscle aches, so it's fun. I feel
Yeah.
great.
It's fun.
I slept so poorly last night, so that was cool.
Just hurting badly.
Like every time I moved, I'm just like, oh my back, oh my god, my legs.
I
Ah.
wish there was. I wish there was a. Well, I guess Becca's around. That's true. She's a professional in the healthcare world as well. How's she been doing?
She's been doing
everything.
fine. They're cutting her hours back at the office, just because things like she can't. People shouldn't be going to like doctors' offices like nowadays unless you're like sick.
Right.
Mhm.
And for those of you who don't know, she works in an OBGYN office as a PA as well. Yeah, shout out Women's Health, I guess.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
they consolidated a bunch of offices, so they're just like instead of like being like 4 or 5 different offices, they're just like 2 now in the
Okay.
city we live in now. So things are changing. But
Are you getting to see more of each other? Or are you seeing like pretty much like the same amount of like or what's
same amount. Because even though
Yeah.
I mean like my hours haven't changed, like I'm still working
Right.
7 days in a row and then 7 days off. And she's still working. Well, it changes. Like her patient load has definitely gone down. Like she would average like maybe 15 or 16 in a day. Now she's like getting 10 or 11 in a day.
Okay.
So she's less hours, but just like we're still same amount of time we're seeing each other. Hasn't really gone up.
Nice. Very good. What are your significant
family
others doing?
time.
Nothing. Bella, Jason. What are your significant others doing? Huh?
I could go grab mine right now. He's in the other room, Tom.
Oh, is that your how's he doing? How's he doing?
My roommate Tom, he's great. He's been the
Great.
shining light of my quarantine, Tom, young Tom.
Oh,
We
that's
spend a lot of
beautiful.
time together. You know what he's been doing? He's been teaching me piano.
Oh,
That's really
So yeah, we've got some good roommate bonding going on. He's been playing a lot of Fortnite. I cheer him on. I support anything any of my friends do. So
nice.
yeah,
What a guy. What a guy.
thanks.
What a good friend. What a good person to have around.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Tom's hours got cut completely, so I get to see him quite a bit.
good.
Woohoo.
Better for you than for him, probably.
Yeah.
So what's your like? You got like a saving grace?
Me.
Yeah. What's your saving grace?
I
What
have a
works for
lot.
you?
I have lovely people in my life. A lot of amazing individuals. Well, not that he's my saving grace, but we recently bleached Serge's hair yesterday.
Voluntarily,
Nice.
or was this like a family decision that he like? What happened there?
So like for the last few months,
Serge is
adopted.
adopted.
Oh yeah, Serge is my younger brother. He he wanted to bleach his hair, and actually I'm gonna get him in here real quick so you guys can admire it.
Are we like Marshall Mathers Stan bleached?
Wow.
Or
okay, so here's the thing. He wanted to bleach his hair, and then I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'm not a professional, but like I'll try my best because I've watched videos on it and stuff. And then he had this project where he had to like demonstrate how to do something, and you could do anything like cooking or like whatever kind of hobby you like. And and so he was like, okay, I want to demonstrate how, like, I want to like create like a demonstration on how to bleach your hair at home, which, okay, disclaimer, don't do it like ever. But like we were like, okay, because there's nothing to do. So yesterday we had to do like a step-by-step process, and right now he's kind of like the yellow orangey color. And it, yeah, so he looks kind of like a Weasley, but like
Oh no.
and like tomorrow we'll be able to bleach it again, like because we had to wait like kind of 48 hours. So we'll bleach it again, and then we'll get like that. He's going for that like nice like icy platinum color. I'm you can show yourself.
Oh no! Pop on down there, Serge.
down.
Pop down.
Way
Come on.
down. Way
All right,
down.
buddy.
Oh my
All right,
god.
listen, we have audio
Come on,
listeners, too.
come
We
on.
can't-
Oh wow.
nice.
Wow.
All right,
Nice.
come a little bit closer so we can like get in frame a little better. There you go.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I
you-
like it. I like it.
I think you should.
I like
mean,
it.
I don't know what you want. Like, I mean, I can't speak for you. I can't speak for you, but I think that you should just keep it that color. I
You
mean,
just keep it that color.
I think that works, man. I think that's a good look, cuz. I like it.
You said that's a good look. You kind of look like a Ken doll or something like
Definitely. You look
Like-
like,
Like an asshole.
you look like you could definitely like, I don't know, like you could.
Yeah.
I would definitely like
This
see
is
you on
what
the
I'm
street,
doing.
probably.
you said he could see you on the street and what?
I don't know, probably like avoid you, but like,
Avoid you. My mom
but like in the
Serge
back of my
said
head, think like, oh, that's probably like a nice guy.
that, he thinks you would be a nice guy. My mom said he looks like a school shooter.
Oh.
I don't think they have. Yeah, maybe you could. Maybe.
So
I think
yeah, I don't know if it's going well.
I would say ride it out for a little bit.
And
I
no,
wouldn't-
listen. He's traversing. He's in the medium between being approachable and being feared. So as soon as his
It's a good spot to be in.
as soon as his hair is leveled up, he will look a little more editorial, maybe a little more high fashion. But right now, it's what you see. You can make your opinions.
Well, I'm not
Looks
mad
like
at you.
hay.
Serge. Keep experimenting.
Oh yeah, Chase supports you.
Keep doing your thing, brother. Thanks for joining the show this afternoon. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
he's really happy you joined. He's really pleased. Oh, he just wants to help himself a little bit.
There you go. Yeah, you look like. I mean,
really
you
yellow. It looks like hay.
look like a solo artist. You look like a solo.
It's honestly really even. I'm really surprised with my work. Actually, if you want me to bleach your hair at home,
Well,
If this doesn't work out, the plan is to shave the head and then dye that pink.
Have you shaved your head before?
Low cut dye.
yeah. Have you shaved your head before?
No.
No, we've never been a family of shaved heads.
never. My hair's never been shorter than like Adam's probably. Like not shorter than that ever.
All right. Well, I mean, I hope things work out for you. And I
We
hope
hope things work out for you.
Thank you. People keep asking me if I'm going through something.
We all are.
Are you going through anything? I mean,
Are
yeah, we're all
you?
going through things. We're all going through things.
Does it look like he is?
Serge, while we have you here, we've been
Oh, wait,
we've been
one
talking
sec.
a lot about oh yeah. Hold. Serge, while we have you here, I just want to we've been talking about a lot about movies and TV today. So, do you have a favorite that you've been watching recently?
Well, I have a favorite that is becoming very relevant right now. Is the show Community.
Community? Okay. I can't hear you now.
Yeah, we lost you.
We lost your audio.
Oh yeah, favorite of mine right now. Well, was a favorite, but it's applicable to right now. Is Community just got on Netflix, and I was a huge fan while I was on Hulu. Dan Harmon, the brothers. It's fantastic. I think it's awesome. It's like it's super lighthearted, fun. You watch with your family, or good thing to like unwind like at night or something. But I think that show deserves so much respect and credit. Donald Glover does an amazing performance. Danny Pudi, even Chevy Chase is hilarious in it, but he's just playing himself like an old douche.
Yeah.
But it's good.
I
really
haven't seen much of the show. It's always been something that I've kind of wanted to visit. Just kind of one of those intimidating things that have like a bigger fan base and a longer tenure that you don't know how to approach necessarily. But I think that's something I could probably find myself getting into.
Yeah, the amount of like versatility in the show too. There'll be like one episode that's a bottle episode, then the next one would be like they actually have a recurring thing called the paintball episodes, where the whole episode is an action movie, and they play paintball within this community school, but it's shot like an action movie, and
That's
the
cool.
dialogue's like an action movie. Just the amount of different stories that they fit into these characters. Like by the end of it, you love every single one of the characters. You think they're fantastic. Oh, I can't get enough of that show. I keep telling people since it's on Netflix now to watch, and everyone that I've recommended to said they loved it. So I would really suggest that.
I think that's a pretty good. I mean, hell, that's a good recommendation if I've ever heard one. For
We were
community,
talking about
so.
anime though.
Anime.
And peep that out. Yeah, we were talking about a little bit of anime too. Your classics, your Studio Ghibli films.
Did you watch Full Metal Alchemist?
Full Metal Alchemist, I love. I keep telling her to watch. I think she would love it. Full Metal Alchemist,
Jason likes
Brotherhood,
anime.
right? Or is it
I
Brotherhood?
haven't seen.
I've never seen any Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, dude, it's actually really, really good. Because I'm not an anime guy by any means. Just like the basic stuff. I watched Cowboy Bebop and Full Metal Alchemist, and I loved both of them.
And like, I also said we watched Spirited Away, Samurai Jack. I did
Samurai
mention
Jack's not anime.
Well, we talked about it, kind of.
I don't know. But Gendry Tarkovsky's Primal, his new show, the creator of Samurai Jack, phenomenal. Holy shit, is that cool? Okay. Love it. Yes, we're on this podcast.
Yes, I already asked that.
Yeah, we're beyond that point, anyways.
We're there. Very good, man.
I love how Adult Swim also has access to all episodes for free, just with like one commercial in between. That's really cool. But I really enjoyed Primal too. That is fun. Good time.
We heard here first.
Any movies I watched?
We kind of got into that too. I don't know how long we're like going for this lengthy podcast, but
I haven't watched.
I feel bad because you should have been in on it.
Chase, I watched Good Boys.
Yeah, we watched it. We watched
for the first time. Jason, I think you're muted. No, you're not. No, you're good. You're good. Did you watch it for the first time?
Yeah, we both did like a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, I really liked it too. I think I saw that a couple times in theaters. Actually,
it was fun.
It was fun. It was really cute.
I like.
Were good too.
Yeah.
I like. I mean, any movie that like Rogan is producing and that his company is producing, usually pans out really, really well.
Well,
the stuff that they make is phenomenal.
I was thinking of what were my favorite movies within like the last 10 years that were comedies, and it just kept going back to like Rogan-esque films, like top 10 easy, Pineapple Express, This Is the End, Super Bad. Like everything just eventually comes back to Rogan in some way. It's that or what's his name?
Will Ferrell.
Like Ben Stiller movies, I think are phenomenal too. Some Will Ferrell, like Step Brothers or Anchorman. Something like
I would say he's kind of fallen off more this decade.
Yeah, certainly.
Sure.
But, I mean, like Get Hard is not very good.
I haven't even seen it.
Holmes and Watson.
Oh God! It ended with that duo. They like take a break from
Adam McKay and Will Ferrell won't be like pretty much working together anymore. At least not regularly, like they have been. They said they're gonna like try to do some other shit. Which I know for Adam McKay at least, he's working on the Parasite series that's coming to HBO. I don't know what Ferrell's working on, but
Parasite, like the movie we were talking about.
Yeah, so
they're coming out with series.
Bong Joon-ho, the director, is teaming up with Adam McKay to bring a series to HBO.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, they already released some details about it. A minor casting. They casted Mark Ruffalo in the series. That's pretty much all that we've gotten as far as what I think this. Obviously the pandemic's kind of like slowed all that kind of pre-production stuff down. But Bong Joon-ho, I don't know if you're familiar with Snowpiercer, but he also directed that, and that series is coming to TNT next month. So there is a history of his series or his movies being made into longer form stuff. So it's not just kind of like this movie is popular, let's do it. It seems to be like kind of a thing that's happening with his movies. But yeah, that'll be something to look forward to.
Snowpiercer was pretty fun. I love the kind of style of the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Like as you explore through the adventure, characters come apart and things are revealed that are like personal to the characters themselves. I think that's cute. You don't see it a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I've not seen Snowpiercer, but I think I've heard of it. Who's the main actor in it?
Chris
In the movie,
Evans.
Chris Evans.
Yeah. I've definitely remember
Swinton
seeing it.
and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's something to check out for sure.
Also, what's her name? I always forget her name. The drummer from Scott Pilgrim versus the World's in that too.
Ooh.
She's fantastic.
I don't know her name either.
Yeah. I love that whole scene in that. But yeah, that's a good one.
We appreciate your input tonight, sir. Is Bella in the room? Is she gone? Is she done
She's
for?
here. She's here.
I just wouldn't have to
Oh, hi, Bella. It's nice to see you as well. Sergio,
Thank
wish I would have.
She's clipping her
say
toenails.
I wasn't, but that's now everyone's gonna think I was.
Bella the toenail clipper.
Yeah.
How are they long right now? Show us.
No, don't show
Oh,
us. Don't
God.
show us.
Oh,
That's not
any of you audio listeners or feet people, you just missed something.
Actually, please DM me on Twitter.
Do we got Tarantino in the house?
Bella
heck
said
yeah.
actually DM her if you want. I'm assuming if they want more foot action.
Yeah.
Or...
Yes, please.
All right. Bella's Twitter is on the screen if you would like to send her requests for.
Yeah, sure. And I'll you know what? My Venmo will be on my my Twitter.
Wow. Here we go.
She's really trying to capitalize on this. I can't. I mean, I respect it. I do appreciate it. I do really respect it. But I don't think we have too much more here tonight. Sergio, it was really nice of you to join us on the podcast.
Yeah, I joined a little late, I think.
Where can people find you the next couple of weeks? Your bedroom, your living room?
He's got a way cooler setup than me. So.
Yeah, I got a little setup over there.
We got to get an update on the bleached hair.
Yeah, we did that.
Tomorrow we will do the second round of bleaching. Either all the hair falls out, or I should have this like nice white bleachy, cool hair.
There we go.
I think either would be fine for me. I think I'd be fine with either of those things happening.
Like a 2017 Mike Posner is what I'm seeing.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean,
I got to hike around the world.
Yes, you'll be hiking.
Chase, I want to talk to you eventually about my critique of Iron Man 2. I've come to some new revelations about it.
Oh, your critique of Iron Man 2? You've come to new revelations on Iron Man 2?
Yes.
Right, we'll talk about that for sure. We'll have you on the show this week.
Okay, yeah, I'm totally down.
Good shit. I'm just gonna have ask your parents. I'm gonna have the whole Spatafor house.
Don't let me in with those people. It's me and Bella. God.
Mom would be really funny though.
Mom would talk. My mom talks differently when she's getting recorded. Like her voice changes, and it's the most annoying thing in the world. It's like softer.
Be careful what you wish for, dude.
I'm going to contact your parents individually. Then I'm not going to go through you. I'm going to go through my own channels, and I'm going to.
Well, you can find them on Twitter too.
Dale has a beard now.
Does he?
Yeah, it's
like a
disgusting.
full. Is it like a full?
He's trying his best.
All right, I'd like to see it. If the two of you could help me out in that department, that'd be cool. I'd like to see it.
Sure. For you.
But I don't think we have too much left in the show today. Is there any topics that you guys want to hit on before we head out here? I don't know. What else is anything else going on in your worlds?
I think next time you have me on your podcast, which is inevitable because you will invite me back.
Whoa.
I think I want to touch on cancel culture since we didn't this time.
Right.
But that's a heavy topic, so
it was a heavy topic.
We kept it light, we kept it fun today, so we'll get in on that.
Bella, what are you doing tomorrow?
What do you think I'm doing?
She's
probably not. How about we will be releasing 2 episodes of the Cheap Seats next week. How about that? We'll be releasing 2 episodes of the Cheap Seats next week. It's official. I've declared it. Our first twofer. It's
Oh, boy.
happening. It's happening. So
Here
you'll
we
see this
go.
episode airing early in the week, and then you will be seeing another episode airing later than that. Maybe Adam will be back too. Maybe Jason will be back too. Who knows?
I'd
Maybe
like
we'll
to
never see
promote-
these guys again.
I like to
that doesn't
promote
happen.
Adam's Twitter because it's really good.
Yeah, Adam has a. I'm gonna follow
He
Jason
pops up
now,
on my
but-
feed. I'm like, yep.
I just retweet stuff. I don't tweet anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. That's why I'm
yeah.
there.
Retweets show quality. You know?
That's what I do.
Thank you for having quality retweets. Adam, go ahead and I'm going to get to you last because I think I have the nicest things to say about you.
right.
Just in general. So I'll start. I guess I'll start with the Spataphorus. Which is 2 of you.
I don't love us either.
Yeah, stop lumping us. I'm my own person. I'm
Sorry.
not Bella's brother.
There's 2 of you. There's 2 of you. Sergio, thank you for joining the show. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us today. Improp 2 or not, this is great having you. We're gonna have you on the show yourself one of these days. Get your own name tag down there. I think that'd be good for you. Bleached hair or not, we like you, man. We like you.
There and bleached asshole.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Very, very explicit. Very explicit.
Oh my god.
What do you just if you have to leave the people off with anything, either what's something you're gonna be doing the next couple of days, what's something you're gonna be watching the next couple of days, or what's something you've been working on just as far as yourself goes? Any of
Oh
those
boy.
things.
Oh golly gee.
Oh my god, are you kidding?
I'm gonna start a new fitness routine tomorrow. I don't think that applies to anyone though. But
Okay. All right. What kind of? I know you're like a soccer player. Is it like?
Yeah.
What kind of fitness routine are you looking at?
just lifting weights, traditional weightlifting stuff.
Nice.
All right, cool, man.
Less
Nice.
cardio, more on the weights, building muscle training.
Nice.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Feeling kind of skinny in quarantine. Need to get my shit together.
All right, no, I'm down for that, man. I'm down for. I think that sounds good. I'm into that. Bella, what about you, cousin?
Gonna bleach his hair tomorrow. I've been working out for like the last month, or yeah, I started April 1st on working out and being a healthier individual.
Will you show us a muscle?
Huh?
Show us a muscle. Anywhere you'd like.
Your tongue.
Show us a muscle.
What's a muzzle?
You don't have any muscles to show? You've been working out. Oh my god.
I can't.
Wow.
I'm not muscular yet. I'm just skinny. But anyways, sorry.
Thanks, Bella.
But you just completely ruined my life. I'm gonna finish the last season of Schitt's Creek.
Okay.
I'm going to. I'm just gonna be vibing, dude. You know, that's all. And hopefully we can record another one of these fun things.
Definitely. We'll be on it.
I'm gonna watch Sean Carpenter's The Thing. I've determined it tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it.
I haven't seen.
Never seen it either. So.
All right, enough of us. Let's go.
It's a good quarantine movie.
I'm
I'm out. I can stay here and talk. Jesus Christ.
Serge!
All right. Bye. Nice
See you,
seeing
Serge.
guys.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
What about you, Jason? Either what's going on with you, what are you going to be doing, what are you going to be watching, how are you going to be feeling these next few
So
days?
the one thing that's become like a staple for me in my quarantine is I'll take a nice walk every day, like a nice long walk with my headphones
Nice.
in. But other than my walk, I don't really have a whole lot of plans. Actually, tomorrow I have to go into work for the first time since all this started, and I'll be the only one in the office, but that should be interesting. But yeah, I guess my end message is, everybody stay positive. We're almost through this. It was really nice to meet Adam and Bella. I hope I can
you too.
hang out with you guys again virtually or not virtually if I'm in Virginia. But this is fun. I always have fun with you, Chase.
Yeah, man. I always have fun with you too. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Adam,
What's up?
what about you, cousin? What's going on with you? I know that you we said up top things are a little different for you, but what are you doing? What are you doing for fun? What are you doing to keep your mind off things? What are you doing? What are you watching? What are you going to be doing? How is Adam going to be the best Adam he can be?
Well, My mornings, I always just work out in the morning, just get that stress out of the way, to try to get whatever negative energy I have in me out of me in the morning. Easiest that way. Uh, Playing some video games, relaxing, just trying to keep my minds off of things. And I'm continuing my Dungeons and Dragons adventure.
Nice.
I am now a Dungeons Master, so I'm writing the
Very
story
good.
in my notebook here.
Woo!
So
How's that going?
anybody, it's going well. We're 3 or 4 sessions deep now, so
Okay.
don't let anybody know, but this is my book of secrets here. Or else people might be coming to
This is your
attack. And
national treasure secret.
Would
Yeah.
anyone
Your
else like
national
to make
treasure
a
sequel.
field trip to Virginia?
no, please don't. This book is valuable to me. I've written a lot. There's a lot of hours in this little notebook here, so please don't steal anything from me.
Oh, you shouldn't have said anything.
I'd be devastated, honestly.
I'm just kidding.
None of this is in the cloud. This is the only copy I have of this world.
Great raw copy.
Well, we're glad you have it, and I hope that continues to go well.
Yeah, we'll see. Apparently, there's threats for it now, so
Yeah. Okay.
I have to keep it safe.
Yeah, keep it safe. Keep it. Yeah, don't stress yourself out in that front.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other things going on to where we don't need we don't need the Dungeons and Dragons stress if we don't have to take it.
I don't
Sure.
need my shit being stolen.
Chief, what's your message? What's your let's
My thing, just keep it, take it easy. I'm not gonna tell you to like reach out to someone you haven't talked to in a while, or like tell you that like you should like go
Go to church.
do something nice with your family. or anything like that. I think you do whatever is going to make you feel good and make you comfortable over these next couple of days. If that involves isolating yourself and not interacting with people, good for you. If that involves reaching out to folks and seeing how they're doing, that's great for you as well. Do what makes you comfortable. Don't think you have to follow a status quo, but don't do anything stupid as far as not like follow your stay-at-home orders.
Please.
Do all that good stuff. Please, Adam.
Somebody from the health worker, please.
Please, yeah, stay home. Stay home.
Do your thing, man. Have a good time. Be yourselves. Me, I'm probably gonna be watching a couple movies here. I got Rocky 2. I watched Rocky, so I got to watch Rocky 2 at some point. I can't just watch Rocky.
Rocky 2 might be my favorite.
Not watch 2, 3, 4, 5 Balboa, Creed, and Creed 2. Like I can't not watch the rest of the franchise. I can't do that to myself. Sylvester Stallone.
You could.
You could avoid Rocky 4.
Sylvester Stallone worked way too hard for me to avoid. I'm not going to do that because of how hard he worked. Just saying.
Okay.
Shout out to thank you, Mr. Stallone.
No. No.
Thank you, Mr. Stallone. But that's all I got, really. Yeah, I'm going to be chilling. I hope you guys are chilling as well, and I hope you guys are joining us on the cheap seats. We're going to be.
The view is really nice here.
It's nice.
Yeah, the view is nice. I mean, we're not terribly close to the action, but I think what helps us is that we're together and we're friends and we can be around each other. So whether you're trying to or the touchdown, that's correct. You may or may not be left behind. So whether you're out there, you're looking for a place to go, you're not really sure where you fit in, join us in the cheap seats because there's plenty of room. We don't discriminate.
Yeah, but sit 6 feet apart.
Yeah, 6 feet, please.
6 feet apart, of course. Yeah, but don't just come join us. We'd love the extra company. So I'm Chase Brown for Serge Spatafor, for Bella Spatafor, for Jason Abel, for Adam Koska. This has been the Cheap Seats. Thanks a lot for watching today or listening today. If you're on the audio, and like I said, if you're on audio, leave us a nice review. It really helps us out on the channel over here. We really appreciate that kind of stuff. We love it. We love it. Jason, anytime Jason sees a 5-star review, he texts me and he says, "This is it, man. It's happening."
We're big.
I really appreciate that about Jason. So make Jason happy, make me happy. Go give us 5 stars. Go give us thumbs up on this video, on our other videos, on the Clip Out channel. Go over there. If you go give us some likes up on the Nobody's Home that me and Evan do. Creative Differences is coming too. Adam knows. Creative Differences is around the corner. You guys don't know what you're in for, but you kind of do. It's
Thank
pretty
God.
much the same shit. But we like to have fun over here. We're all good friends. Murphy, you want to come say bye to the people? You want to come over here
Come on,
and
Murph.
say bye to everybody? Come on up. You're not happy. You're not dealing with me now. All right, that's cool. No, we'll chill. You're still my buddy. But that's it for me and my dog here. We'll be seeing you guys later. Thanks a lot for joining us in the cheap seats.
Thank
See you guys
you.
soon. Bram Strokers.